Nate Tice here from Football 301. Have a very fun play for you to break down today. Just one play from the Cowboys, a third and extra long conversion against the Commanders. It was a traditional coverage from the Commanders, and I like the traditional way that this explosive Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott beat the coverage. So let's jump right into it. 3rd and 12, and on the play, the Cowboys motioned out Hunter Lepke into the little wing position you see here. So they are creating a 4-by-1 formation. And why I say 4-by-1, or I could even say 1-by-4, is that the tight end, Jake Ferguson, is the lone isolated receiver here. Why that's significant is because a tight end or a receiver, being that isolated player, can change how the defense plays the offense. And it has a little bit of gravity here for how the Commanders play the Cowboys on this 3rd and 12. So we're going to have 3 wide receivers at the top of the screen. We're going to have George Pickens, we're going to have CeeDee Lamb, and we're going to have Turpin right here. And Turpin is what they call speed at 3, not just because he is fast, but because he's a wide receiver at this number 3 spot, which is traditionally where the tight ends line up. And when I say 3, that means 3 from the outside, 3 from the sideline. This is how players on offense and on defenses, this is how they indicate, this is how they count players. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3. If you're doing the math, this is number 4 right here. And then this is where the 1 is the isolated tight end, Jake Ferguson on the bottom. The Commanders, I mentioned this traditional coverage. They're going to be in a quarters variation, cover 4 variation. And it's called in some places 4 poach. It's kind of a classic coverage you see in college, you'll see in the NFL. You don't see it a ton. It's more of a change up. But here, the Cowboys and Dak Prescott had the perfect answer for this 4 poach coverage, I should say. It's going to be spot drop variation, meaning these players aren't technically matching with any of the route variations. So this corner at the top is going to have the deep quarter because it's cover 4. This slot player is going to have hook to flat, or curl to flat, I should say. This linebacker has the hook area, Bobby Wagner. This player right here also has curl flat, but really he shouldn't be pushing as far as you're going to see because there's 4 players over here on the offense, but we'll get into that. And this corner right here, Trey Amos, also has the 4 over here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Get it? Cover 4. They all got the deep 4th. Now, why I mention this variation of it, a 4 poach, because this safety is going to have the deep quarter, but this backside safety, he is away from the strength of the formation, even if the tight end over here on the lone side. He is going to be poaching if number 3 for the offense, that's Turpin in this case, goes vertical. He's going to poach over there to take that player coming vertical because there's only 1 eligible receiver for the offense over here. So there's no point in 2 players having deep quarter when there's so many offensive players to the top of the screen. Now, what the Cowboys are going to run on this play is a vertical concept with vertical at number 3 from Turpin, but the ball is going to go to Jake Ferguson because this is going to be a classic answer for this 4 poach coverage. So Pickens right here is going to have a deep comeback. CeeDee Lamb is going to have a middle sit. Turpin is going to have his middle vertical route. And then Jake Ferguson here is going to have a backside dig. So when this plays out, at the snap of the ball, you're going to see there's the deep quarters corner, the deep quarter safety, the deep quarters corner right there at the bottom of the screen. And then you see the eyes of this backside safety starting to look up Turpin because Turpin is going vertical. What's going to happen, and I'm going to go to the end zone view here, is Dak Prescott is going to see that backside safety poaching over right there. He knows what to expect out of this coverage and knows where to go with the ball against this coverage. Again, it's a traditional coverage with a traditional answer. So if you go to the end zone view here, you can see Dak Prescott's eyes looking right at that safety who's starting to look over for Turpin right over there. And then we go back to the sideline view. There you see the gigantic void that opens up for Ferguson's dig route. So this backside safety, okay, I'm looking up for Turpin. I'm worried about speed at 3. You see Ferguson, huge void on this dig route right there. Gigantic open area for him to convert on 3rd and extra long. 3rd and 12, not the easiest situation to convert on, but they made this Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott made it look like child's play, to be honest. So it's just really cool stuff. Again, it's a traditional answer. When you see the end zone view, again, this is the next image, the next still. Dak Prescott's ready to fire. Safety pushed over there. Ferguson is just starting to break on his route, and there's Dak Prescott ready to throw the ball. Look one more time on the sideline view. Dak Prescott is throwing the ball, giant voided area for Ferguson to catch this dig route. And there it is, going for a first down. A pretty easy first down for this Cowboys offense that's racking up a lot of easy first downs. This is just one play in encapsulation. It only went for 15, 16 yards for the Cowboys offense, but it converted in a pretty hard situation for offenses. 3rd and 12. You don't know exactly what the defense might do here. They might blitz you, heat you up, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands. They might play soft coverage. Cover 2 might be a possibility here. But this was a deliberate play from the Cowboys. They knew exactly the variations of coverage they might get from the Commanders. Dak Prescott's playing unbelievable right now. Executed it perfectly here. Great design by Brian Schottenheimer and this Cowboys offensive staff. Cowboys keep rolling on offense. Defense might be a different story, but at least it's very fun to watch Dallas right now.